Welcome to the Story of Everything. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch our weekly teaching video available on thestoryofeverything.org. In that video, we break down some of the core elements of what we call the story of everything. And we hope that you're able to connect with others and to discuss what we believe are some of the most pivotal and significant concepts that have the chance to shape your life. These core ideas include God, sin, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the church, and the never-ending story that so many commonly refer to as eternity. What we understand as Christ followers influences how we live. And we're confident that as your group discusses the story of everything, you will have a clear picture of what God has in mind for a community that has the power to bring life to a whole new level. This is the story of everything. It's a true story. It's not simply doctrine or theology, but rather the backbone of our lives. It's a spiritual story that explains what Christ followers believe and why we believe it. So let's dig into session 1. The story of everything starts with God. The story of everything starts right where it should, in the beginning. The first verse in the Bible starts like this: "In the beginning, God." Now let me pause there for a second. Did you hear it? That one word, God? We believe everything originates with God. And before anything was created, God. It's the very nature of God that sets the stage for the story of everything. Why? Because the nature of God exists in community. You may have heard God described it this way, and it's a quote from the Bible. God is love. The story of everything doesn't say that love is something that matters to God, or that love is what God does, or wants us to do. It says that love is what God is. And this is why God as a community of grace is so important. Because for love to be real, there has to be somebody both to give love and to receive love. And if God is singular before there's a universe made, then how could God be love? Genesis 1:26 says, "Let us make man in our image." Here, God refers to his own nature as plural. And in John 1, we read, "In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God." So this idea of the nature of God existing in community is at the core of creation. God is a community of love and grace, and he longs for us to live in that community as well. That is why we have small groups. We get a chance to participate in this life-giving community where God is at the center of what we do. And it's the doctrine of the Trinity that tells us about our relationship with each other, and that since we are made in the image of God, loving each other isn't just a good thing or a rewarding thing. It's what we're made to do. That our relationships are meant to be a reflection of that original community of grace, God. So, as you discuss in your small group this idea of God, we hope that you remember this: God exists in community and has wired us up for community. As you go through the questions in the discussion guide, you'll notice that several of the questions focus more on life than they do on God. The reason we did this is because we don't just want you to learn more about God. We hope that you'll discover how to live practically because of God. And we believe that a fuller understanding of who God is will help you experience life the way God intended. It'll lay a foundation that will bring some real clarity to the rest of the story of everything. So it starts by you living in community with God and with others. So enjoy your small group. And make sure to check out part 2 of the story of everything, where we investigate the nature of sin and what went wrong in the story.